So some advice I would say is in your freshman year and sophomore year, try really hard in school because it'll help you later on, like especially with your GPA and stuff like that. And then also study for your SATs and ACTs before you take them.
Leave school. Just leave.
Oh yeah, involve yourself in a lot of communities.
I cannot emphasize this enough. You have to get a parking spot. If you drive back and forth between school and it just helps so much, and it's so efficient. Get a parking spot if you can.
My advice is probably to go out and get involved. There's something here for everybody, and if you go out and search for it, you'll definitely find it.
I would say get a parking spot. You don't want to be the person who has to take the bus senior year.
Just don't choke, man.
Yeah, get as much pizza as you possibly can, and by God, avoid the high math classes.
Do I go now?
Nope.
Just study hard. You gotta study hard to play hard.
My advice would be to live in the moment because high school really flies by. So yeah, I would just say live in the moment and don't take anything for granted.
Good morning, York. These are your announcements for Friday, May 20th. I'm Kyle. The last meeting of ping pong intramurals is today after school in the Commons. Come enjoy one last hour of casual or competitive ping pong. No experience necessary, and we welcome all players of all ages and ability levels. Can't wait to see you there. Are you interested in joining Color Guard for the 2022-23 school year? We will be hosting clinics next week in the Black Box Theater on Wednesday, May 25th from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. and after school on Friday, May 27th from 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. Come out to meet the team, give it a try, and learn a routine for the upcoming Memorial Day Parade. If you have any questions, please contact Coach Mrs. Riley in the English department. Are you a current junior and interested in being part of the long-standing tradition of King of the Couch? Find a group of up to 4 and come to an informational meeting on Tuesday, May 24th at 7:15 a.m. or at 3:15 p.m. in room A350. Any questions, please contact Mr. Moran. And those have been your announcements for Friday, May 20th. I'm Kyle. Have a great weekend, York. One more week. Yes. Yes.
Over the last few months, a group of students have been hard at work down in the York Music Studio as they brought their music talents to life. The students, with the help of Mr. Gemco, have been able to produce the 10th York album project, called Younger Than Tomorrow.
The York album project is something I started in 2014-15 school year as a grad project, and the goal was just to create a pathway for my students to have a meaningful way to record the songs that they've written and release them into the world. And it became this really amazing experience that is now an annual collective of songwriters that challenge each other to continue to write better songs and continue to make the release a more professional experience. You know, this is the 10th album we're releasing, so this new one called Younger Than Tomorrow is the 10th record. One significant thing I think that students need to know is that the York Album Project is an extracurricular activity. Anybody in the school who is a songwriter who wants to write and submit a song is considered to be part of the project.
Unlike the albums produced during COVID, this 10th album was produced in the York Music Studio. Alyssa Poley and Quinn Olson are 2 of the students that have a couple of their songs featured on the album.
And just last year we went into a studio to record, so now we're finally back in recording in the York studios, which is interesting this year.
But it's cool. We've both been really, we have more control over the mix and stuff now that we're doing it at York, and we're just more a part of the process of making the song, whereas if you go to the studio, you kind of record every instrument and then he puts it together and does all the stuff for you. So like she said, the recording process is really personal because it's so much work, I guess.
A recent York graduate, Anthony Poley, spoke of the foundations of the York Album Project, which led him to music success in Nashville.
Honestly, without the York Album Project, Mr. Gemco, and every single program I was involved in with him, I would not be making music. I just put out like a new song the other day, and I would have probably been some like econ major at a state school without that, but I'm so glad that I was like, seriously, all the help that I've gotten from people like in the community and just Mr. Gemco himself and like the school programs, like all of that was incredible. So
yeah, stream Younger Than Tomorrow, May 23rd, well technically May 22nd at midnight. You have no idea how much work goes into this music. Like, literally, I sit for 2 periods of a day at the computer just like drowning in Logic Pro. There's like freshmen that made the cut and that are amazing, like Devin Smigo, Molly Carey, like you have to listen to it.
Younger Than Tomorrow will be out May 23rd, available on all streaming platforms. For YTV News, I'm Kathryn C signing off.